Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the UK Wrestling Arena here in Batley. Do not adjust your sets. Yes, strange man sat at the commentary desk. I'm back. The voice is back. Thank you to everybody who reached out when I was gone. And it's nice to be back here at the UKW Arena. And sat next to me, though, is not Red Brocker. No. And certainly not just James. And it's not Tommy Dillon. No. So who the hell are you? Introduce yourself, young man.
My name is George James Anderson.
It is, and welcome to the commentary desk.
Absolute pleasure to be here, especially with you, the voice of UKW. It's fantastic to have you back, and it is a pleasure to be working alongside you tonight.
And we are here for Friday Night Showdown. Don't forget, there's a camera over there. I forgot. You know what? I've had like 2.5 weeks away, and I forgot there's a camera there. Anyway, we're back for Friday Night Showdown tonight. We are just 15 nights from WrestleBration 15. Can you Adam and Eve that?
2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow, the biggest night in the UK wrestling calendar. We know after last week's Showdown, while I was away, I was watching the product, because I'm good like that. We know now the main event for WrestleBration 15, George. It is Cayman Carlisle against Damian Black for the UK Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship.
What a match that is going to be.
Carlisle has been there before. He's been to the summit. He's so excited. He's wanted a shot fairly one-on-one against Damian Black for absolutely ages. And last week he managed to get his shot. So the reign of the silencer, which has gone on for a long time now, over 300 days.
314 to be exact.
There you go. Is in jeopardy, if you ask Cayman Carlisle. He has his shot in 2 weeks. That is your main event for WrestleBration. We implore you from the start to get your tickets for the biggest night in the UK wrestling calendar, because last year, I was just saying this before we went on air last year, we legitimately had to turn people away, and we don't want to do that again.
No, certainly not. No. Save yourself the disappointment.
Get your tickets now. You can order them on the UK Wrestling app or at ukwrestling.tv, or if you come down to our beautiful facility here in the heart of West Yorkshire in Batley, I said it like Red Brocco then. You can get your tickets right here, but don't wait until the day. That's what we're telling you, because last year, like I said, we told people not to come on the day, but they still did, and we had to say sorry. Health and safety is a thing, right? We're not allowed more people in than we're allowed, and that's just how simple it is. So get your tickets now. The voice has spoken. There you go. So that's WrestleBration, the main event. We also know, after last week, the World Television Championship on the line. Joe Sedgwick, the Prodigy, and Hamza Musawa, the Sabertooth, have had something that's got quite volatile. They started out friends. They were friends for a long time, but now the friendship is a distant memory of
being
the past.
Tested, isn't it?
I think it's been tested. I think it's been ripped up and thrown out the window at this point. At Day of Reckoning, Joe Sedgwick hit Hamza Musawa with that television championship belt, and I think that was the point where, it just
There's
went...
no coming back from that, really, is there? You'd like to think there is, but to be quite honest, there probably isn't. No. And I, for one, was absolutely shocked when I saw that, because I've known Joe not a long time, but enough to know that sort of thing is out of character for him. Yeah, so it just goes to show the level of stress he's probably feeling when he's in a position where he has to defend his title against.
He's relentlessly defended that title. He won it at the end of January, and he's relentlessly defended it the whole time. He's been a fighting champion, but this is a guy who he used to be really close with. Him, Momentum, and Hamza were quite inseparable, But now he defended the title against Mo. We saw that, but now Hamza wants Joe Sedgwick in the worst way, and in the same vein, Joe wants Hamza in the worst way. So that thing is going to go down in 15 nights. But tonight, young man, on this show, Joe Sedgwick in action against another champion of UK wrestling. And not just any champion. Oh no, the hardcore champion, JPR, who has 12 eyes in the back of his head at the minute, because he's got everybody gunning for him. But he faces Joe Sedgwick tonight, right here on Showdown in that ring, in the matter of minutes.
It's going to be one to watch, absolutely. Two champions, both of which holding their titles for extensive number of days.
And JPR has got the voices of Mustafa Khan in his head. He's got voices from everywhere wanting a shot at that hardcore championship, because he chose his last challenger at the last pay-per-view. What's it going to take for somebody to get to the point where they want to be facing the King of Hardcore, JPR, for that Hardcore Championship. But we talked about the number one contender for the Heavyweight Championship, Cayman Carlisle. You will get to see him in the flesh, in action tonight.
For the first time, actually, yes.
You'll see him for the first time, will you?
Very excited.
I forget how new you are.
Yeah, I've watched for many weeks the goings on at UKW, but this is going to be the first time I will see in the flesh the number one contender, Cayman Carlisle.
We'll see him against
very excited.
the hitman of the firing squad, the man called Uther, will be here. And
I've seen quite enough of him already, to be quite honest. Yeah.
I was watching the show on Monday on Ignite, and I'm sure I saw more than one Uther. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh,
one of them looked like.
Imagine that one is enough.
Oh, I've seen multiple Uthers before. Trust me, and it's not a pretty sight.
No.
But on Monday there was definitely more than one Uther.
Okay. Maybe I can stomach more than one Uther, but I cannot stomach more than one Tyler Tarantino. I hope he's not on tonight, is he?
He's not scheduled. That's not to say he won't be here, but he's not scheduled. I heard quite enough of him on Monday as well.
I had enough of him on Wednesday.
Yeah, they set up the man that. Well, actually, the joke's on Tyler. I'll tell you why in a moment. But they set up the man that Tyler's facing at WrestleBration, CJ Calhoun, for the Genesis Championship. They had a contract signing on Monday night, and after a bit of back and forth, and the point where Uther helped Tyler Tarantino get the better of CJ. There's a golden rule in wrestling, right? You're quite new here, right? Do you won't know this? The golden rule in wrestling: if you sign a contract, always read it. And Tyler Tarantino didn't read the contract. And
I think someone like a director would pay attention to the small details.
Yeah. He's the guy who writes scripts and directs things. He didn't read his own contract, and that's landed him in a lot of trouble. Because now, at WrestleBration, it's Tyler Tarantino against CJ Calhoun in a Texas bull rope match. And CJ has assured me.
I know he's from Tennessee, but even then, you've got to say, the ball is in his court. Yeah, absolutely.
He has assured me he does have a bull rope, being from Tennessee. He has assured me, and that thing will be wrapped around his fist, and they'll be connected with a bull rope, basically.
No getting away now.
Literally. Yeah. And Tyler Tarantino, understandably, is not happy, but like we said, he should have read the fine print. It's rule number one. Don't sign for something without reading the... Oh, dear. Yeah. So Tyler Tarantino is in a world of trouble. Yeah. In my eyes, anyway. At WrestleBration, you can see that Texas bull rope match, along with Joe Cedric, Hamza, and Cayman Carlisle, and Damian Black, and much more still to be announced. There is also a... do you know who Sebastian Mercer is?
I do, yes, yeah.
So, do you know what he has in his possession?
The golden ticket.
Exactly, the dream ticket. It is like a golden ticket.
It is, yeah.
It is. There's only one of them. There's not five, there's only one. And that dream ticket enables the holder to get a championship match against whoever they want at any point within a year. Now, Mercer's had this thing a few months at this point. Obviously, he hasn't cashed it in yet on anybody. But, I mean, I say a lot of bad things about the Empire. And tonight, I probably will do again. But they're making Mercer put up his dream ticket in a unique match, a Let Me At 'em match. Rules will become clearer, closer to the time, I'm sure. But Mercer has to defend that against multiple people. So if he wants to keep that dream ticket, he's going to have a fight on his hands.
No, I find that surprising coming from the Empire. Why would they? I assumed that they were on good terms. Now, why would they book Mercer in such a match? The odds.
I mean, Mercer is a very confident person.
Perhaps too confident.
Maybe. But you're saying the Empire might have not been on the same page as Mercer. I'll tell you one person they are on the same page of, and that is Evan Knight.
Oh, well, I had him in my left ear all of Wednesday night.
I know you did.
I am so glad that you're here and not Evan.
The reason, I'm here anyway, but Evan Knight is not on the commentary desk tonight because he's in a match. I'll get to that in a minute. But the point I'm making was, last week on Showdown, again watching it from the sofa, I saw Chris Castle and Johan Hunt put Evan Knight in that Dream Ticket Let Me At 'em match without having to do anything. They just handed
Definitely
him.
some favouritism going on there.
They handed him the opportunity on a massive silver plate, and that was it. He's in that match.
With that ticket, it's almost like becoming a double champion.
Yeah, I mean,
is inevitable. He's had that around-the-clock championship for more than a year.
Exactly. And when he gets to WrestleBration in 2 weeks, it will be day 399 with that around-the-clock belt. It's unprecedented. And he's been dual champion before, and he's had, this is where the segue comes in, he's had the tag team championships before. When I wasn't here, they lost the tag team championships to Red and Ruby Brocco. Tonight, right here on Showdown, in our main event, we have a rematch, George. A rematch.
So, what you're saying is there is the possibility that Evan could walk out of here tonight a double champion.
Very much so. Very much so. Yep, that could happen in a matter of about 2 and a bit hours. Yep. Tonight's main event, Red and Ruby Brocco defending those tag team championships once again against Evan Knight and Sketch. And Sketch has... I mean, he's stuck in a bit of a quandary because last week, again, watching from home, I saw Sketch come out here and call Evan Knight a bit of a word I'm not really allowed to say. He said it last week.
No.
But, yeah. He said to Evan Knight, look, mate, you're a bit of a... And the crowd cheered and everything, but it's true. And Evan Knight literally just looked at Sketch and went, you know what? Yeah, I am. But I'm also your friend. And together, well, is he his friend?
Are they really friends, or is he just keeping him around so he can win that tag team title?
This is the question.
Is that what it's about?
It's all about Evan Knight. If you ask Evan Knight, you know, I don't think I've ever met a more egocentrical person in my life, and I've met a lot of them. But he believes he is the centre of the universe. And while they were tag team champions, he was the one carrying both belts. Sketch didn't get much of a look in. Evan has been known to bully him around a bit, and Sketch has understandably got a bit fed up with it. But in the pursuit of wanting the titles back, he's agreed to tag team with Evan Knight again. So that's what we're going to see tonight.
Doesn't help himself, does he? I hope one day,
I do
he
too.
will see the light. I think we thought that he was seeing the light
many times,
but the allure of the gold is just too much.
Yeah,
clouds his vision.
Exactly
I think many of us would make poor decisions when gold's involved.
And Evan Knight in your ear screaming.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
So, Sketch and Evan Knight tonight in our main event for the Tag Team Championships. Also tonight, I talked about that Let Me At 'em match. There is some gaps in that. We've got 4 people in it at the minute. We've got Sigma, Sebastian Mercer, Momentum. There is somebody else whose name escapes me at the minute. But, Evan Knight. There you go. That's 4. There you go. But tonight, we'll add a 5th name to that match. Tonight, old rivals reunite in that ring. The wildcard, Tommy Dillon and the Yorkshireman, one-on-one, and the winner gets put in that match to have a chance to be the dream ticket holder. So the stakes are high for these two.
Who's your money on?
I mean, the Yorkshireman's hungry. He's wanted a title opportunity. We've seen this, like I saw before I went on my little vacation. I saw the Empire screw him over twice. You know, when he was out here with time limits and stuff, and he was so close to winning a match, and the Empire went, oh no, you're not doing that, that's not how it's going on, and they threw the match out. They screwed him over, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope for the Yorkshireman's sake, there's none of that tonight.
Yeah, I hope for a fair contest, definitely. I hope he... Can't even say it, can we?
The word fair and Empire in the same sentence don't really go. Although I heard they are going to start the show again. I mean, last week, they started the show with a protest that got me my job back, and I am very grateful. I want to go on record here and say I'm very grateful to everybody in the UK wrestling audience for reaching out, everybody in the locker room for, you know, putting a stand to the Empire, at least for that one moment. I was very emotional after that, and I'm grateful to be back. The Empire have basically only got me back because of the people, and well, I'm grateful for it. But yeah, them and the word fair. It's not really what goes together.
Well, they can try and fire whoever they like, but they can't fire the people.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they could, they'd chuck every person out of here for booing them. They would. If they could, they would. Trust me.
Confused.
But all I have to say to them is, yeah, I'm grateful to have my job back, but you guys should really listen to me a bit more.
Yeah.
They don't, because they're that obsessed with doing things their way, they don't listen to anybody. And it nearly cost them their entire roster. That's all I'm saying about that.
Quite a few egos around here,
That's
isn't there?
a lot. I say, for somebody who's not been here very long, you're learning quickly that there's a lot of egos.
But it's hard not to. Very first Wednesday Night Mayhem, I had Tommy Dillon in my left ear.
Yep.
Last Wednesday Night Mayhem,
Yeah, Heaven Knight. These are two guys with very big egos.
Yeah.
But the thing is, and I say this all the time, they back it up. You might not like their attitude. Yes, they might talk a lot, but they back it up.
You hate to see it, really.
Yeah.
You want to see them crash and burn, but they never do.
It's the annoying thing, and that's why Heaven Knight is racing on to 400 days as champion, because he backs it up.
I sincerely hope he gets his comeuppance someday soon.
Well,
really.
Tonight, it's a real possibility, folks. He could leave here with 2 belts again, or Red and Ruby Brocco could retain those titles and walk
Let's
in.
hope.
Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Yeah, let's hope so. I understand, though, tonight, normal services resume. The Empire have ordered the roster out around the ring to start the show. I mean...
Oh, they're actually going to show up today, are they?
Apparently so. I mean, Chris wasn't here on Wednesday. No, he wasn't. I saw him.
I shouldn't complain, really, should I? If they want to call in on video, then let them do it. You know,
I mean, my life would be a lot
see in person.
It'd be a lot quieter if they did call in on video. But unfortunately, Chris and Johan Hunt are here. Yeah. I'm sorry about that. But they know that I'm not just going to sugarcoat anything, and they know that, they won't get away with shenanigans on this side anyway. So we'll see. But yeah, we're 15 days from Celebration. It's exciting times. The biggest show in the calendar. We'll pack nearly 200 people in this building, I guarantee it. Ticket sales are going well, I've been informed.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you do not want to miss out. Yeah, literally 2 weeks. I couldn't believe it. When I looked at my notes earlier on, I was like, literally it's 15 days. Yeah.
I don't know where the time's gone, really.
I don't know where the past 15 years has gone. I've been here most of them. I don't know where it is. I really don't know where it's gone. You know, I took photos at Celebrations. I've ring-announced a few. I've had the pleasure and honour of doing it, and I still have the pleasure and honour, thankfully, of doing this year's. But yeah, it's 15 years, history in the making. You know, what started out as a dream has turned into a worldwide thing. People watch this show from all over the world. You know, it happens. Which reminds me, I need to jump onto YouTube because you can watch these shows live, which is great. And we do watch the comments, we do look at you, we do see you, and we thank you. If you spend your evenings watching the product, we enjoy it. We hope you enjoy it. You know, no matter how stressed we sound, we want you guys to enjoy it. But if you are planning on coming down, if you can't get, you can watch it on our YouTube subscription service. Tier 2, it's $4.99 a month, so it's less than a cup of coffee in certain coffee shops. You know, you can watch it live on July 27th. Just order Tier 2 of our YouTube subscription right now, and you can watch Celebration 15 live from Batley. 2 weeks tomorrow. I've got to wonder what shirt I'm going to wear. Might do my hair if you're lucky. We'll see.
What colours are we going for?
I don't know. I've got a plethora of colourful shirts at home, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've got 2 weeks to decide, or buy new ones.
2 weeks to decide. We should have a match to determine what shirt you wear.
No, I mean, I got challenged to a match by Chris Castle before I left. That's not happening, sorry. I'm not a wrestler. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Brett's shirt on a pole match.
Shirt on a pole, I know, yeah, quite. No, I'm sure I'll make an informed decision, and I know whatever I choose, just James is going to upstage me anyway.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he's got a suit with his name on, for God's sake. You know, I saw him wearing it last week on Friday. Yeah. The
name Just James would suggest that he was quite humble, but the suits suggest otherwise.
Humble? That guy? He doesn't know the difference between a wrist lock and a wristwatch. He's not humble. He barely knew what day of the week it was last week. I love you, James. Sorry, but yeah, he'll be back for Celebration and Monday Night Ignite as well. That's his baby. This is mine. I'm so glad to be back for Friday Night Showdown. Don't forget, Cayman Carlisle in action tonight against Uther. We've got JPR and Joe Sedgwick, champion versus champion. That's exciting. Looking forward to that. And I understand the Breaking Bone Studios are here as well. That's Sebastian Mercer. And yeah, both of them, and Cliff Harrison. Yes. We saw Cliff Harrison last week get a referee shirt on and get involved in Ellis Barker's business. Yeah.
That's certainly not finished.
No, absolutely not. No. So interesting to hear what they have to say. And what the Empire have to say. They will start the show. We are about out of time, you know. You survived the pre-show. Well done you. You passed your first test. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for Friday Night Showdown. Don't go anywhere and join us at 7 o'clock. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
See you then.